Welcome back. The African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement took off on January the 1st, 2021. And since then, many have welcomed the commencement with excitement and expectations of enhanced business opportunities within an enlarged African continental market. But let's get more on this from the Associate Practice Lead at Frontier View in London, Matt Kindiger. Good afternoon, Matt. Happy New Year. It's good to see you again. Let's start this conversation with you telling us why the implementation of the AfCFTA is so important for the continent.
Well, thanks for having me on the show, and Happy New Year to you as well. Well, yes, getting started. Why is it so important for the continent? So, firstly, it's going to be the world's largest free trade area in terms of population. It will be unprecedented in terms of the amount of coordination or the depth of coordination between a large number of African countries. You know, we've never seen policy coordination on this scale before, so this is a really positive development at a continental level. But very crucially, it's pointing towards African economies becoming more orientated towards exporting and trading with each other rather than relying on historical colonial era trade links. So it really is quite important for the trajectory of the economic development of African nations. But crucially, if we're looking at the short-term developments, it's also quite important for the region's recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. Although we're not going to see a sharp boom or sharp improvement in trade over the short term as a result of the free trade agreement, it probably will incentivize more investment in trade. So this is only a positive thing over the next couple of months.
But in practice, Matt, how soon will businesses and consumers see the benefits from the AfCFTA?
So I think this is a question that a lot of people will be asking themselves, because obviously it's a very big development. It came into effect on the 1st of January, but practically a lot may not have changed for many companies and consumers. So there are unlikely to be overnight improvements in trade. It will take a long time in practice for governments to remove all their tariffs and non-tariff barriers. So it will take a while. And even if tariffs are removed, say tomorrow, there are a number of logistical and practical issues that companies and businesses need to get over or overcome in Africa. So that includes things like pretty bad road connections and rail connections between countries, although we've seen a significant improvement in domestic infrastructure, binational or sort of international travel connections are still quite weak across the continent. We also have things like foreign currency shortages and logistical challenges at things like at import ports. So although generally the direction of travel is positive, in practice, a lot of companies will have to wait a couple of years at least before they see a material benefit from the terms of the trade agreement.
But which countries and industries are likely to be the biggest winners and the losers from the agreement over the coming years?
Yeah, so the longer we look ahead, so if we look to say 2025, 2030, the benefits are going to become much clearer, and companies will start to benefit in countries as well. So assuming there is coordinated trade liberalization, trade barriers falling across the continent, we're likely to first see the large manufacturers of the region, say in Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, really benefit. We're likely to see companies that produce value-added products rather than raw commodities benefiting the most. But we're also likely to see companies that are involved in logistics and transport as well benefiting as a result of increased intra-regional trade. Consumers, crucially, are also likely to see an increase in choice as well, because most consumers are reliant on either products imported from overseas or products produced domestically. But increased consumer choice is likely to become a feature of most markets over the next couple of years. So generally, it's going to take a while, but it's going to be the really big economies initially, and consumers, logistics and transport benefiting through the 2020s.
Thank you, Matt. Matt Kindiger is the Associate Practice Lead at Frontier View in London. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.